I remember his little smile every day. I remember like his wit. Like he had this little wit. I always say it's the Iron Range humor, but you know, just the impact he had on his teammates too. You know, they all loved him.
When death and sport collide, emotions like the ones expressed by Adam Johnson's former college coach Scott Sandelin help comfort the grieving. They also comfort the worried, as these incidents are an uncomfortable reminder of the risk these athletes readily assume.
Is there going to be some fear? Absolutely. If there's not, you're not human. If it's not in your head right away and the thought process, then I don't think you're human. I don't think you can just push that aside. Does it affect others probably greater? Yes. But I do think it has an effect on everybody that plays the game.
The game is one that has come under increased scrutiny now that that risk has been displayed for the world to see. Shortly after Saturday night's incident, the English Ice Hockey Association mandated neck protectors be worn during games starting January 1st, a mandate that has been in effect in youth hockey leagues in both Ontario and Quebec for quite some time, but not in the United States. In early January, a 10th grader in Connecticut died in a similar fashion to Johnson when a skate lacerated his neck. USA Hockey, the governing body here in the United States, did not change its regulation on neck protectors at the time, instead doubling down on its, quote, strong recommendation that players wear them.
It's always unfortunate when it takes something catastrophic, so to speak, to really grab people's attention. But I do think it's something that needs to be looked at. There's been some close calls. There's been some that we probably haven't heard about. I know there's been a lot of different injuries through, you know, skates, whether it's arms, legs. So again, I do think it's something that needs to be probably discussed and looked at for sure. We play a game there's risk, but if we can mitigate that in some way, I think it does need to be looked at.
On Monday night, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Anaheim Ducks came together at center ice to commemorate Johnson before their game as they adorned their helmets with Johnson's number 47. And while some players took a moment to themselves, others took initiative. TJ Oshie, a winger for the Washington Capitals, says his company, War Road Hockey, has already sold out of its neck protectors after more than 100 pros reached out asking to order one in hopes this tragedy is not one that is repeated.
Yeah, we got along with everybody. It was fun to be around, sometimes the life of the party, you know, those things. And I think when you have that and your teammates see that, certainly a big reason why we saw him as being a leader.
Dan Grossman, Scripps News, Denver.